Timeless Moments in the Universe. A 2C-B, LSD and MDA trip report by Raw, posted to earwid.org May 27, 2022. On Saturday the previous week, my trip buddy Answers and I, Raw, decided to gather the next weekend to take a 2C-B psychedelic adventure. Little did we know, it would become one of the most magical adventures of our lives, one of the most important adventures a human can ever experience. This is the unlocking of the mind, reaching a new level of consciousness. On Friday of the planned weekend, I take the day off work to cool down and meditate on the impending trip. Only a light meal is consumed earlier in the day, after picking up Answers from the light rail station. 5 PM. After our light meal, we begin preparing set and setting. We set up videos to watch on the TV, as well as music. 6:30 PM. We are still slightly affected by some earlier keef oil dabs. We realise that this relaxed state we're in is the perfect mindset to begin our journey. So we each take 25 mg of 2C-B hydrobromic acid. We begin listening to and talking about music, a shared passion to pass the time. 7 PM, and the onset has happened for me, but not Answers. Since I'm getting restless, we decide to head outside and watch the city below from our backyard. 7:20. Getting cold and shivery from the come up, so we head inside with the intention of grabbing clothes in the keef oil dome plus nail setup, as well as a blanket so we can comfortably watch the sunset. 7:25. We get back inside, and this alone seems to kick us up both to a +2 on the Shulgin rating scale. 7:40. We head back outside with all the items and smoke more keef oil while we watch the sunset and city as we slowly climb up to a full +3. We're both feeling warm with an amazing body high now. 8:35. The contrast between our 2C-B warm bodies and the night are becoming too much, and we head back inside. We begin listening to music again and talk away the hours while also exploring my apartment. 9:45. Around this time, we are agreeing on how showers are a very serene experience while on a psychedelic. We go look at my shower to examine why this one in particular is so good. I commented that it's amazing how a psychedelic drug can reduce 2 grown men to standing in a shower with their clothes on, examining the surrounding environment. 11:50. Still talking, and on a +3 as well. We realise the peak is starting to fade, and our minds enter a state of clarity. I said something to Answers like, how could I feel any better than this? But he just sort of chuckled at me. Answers, being an experienced tripper, realised the mindset the 2C-B had put us in was perfect to take our experience to the next level. We talked for a bit, and both agreed to take 300 to 350 micrograms of LSD in the form of 2 blotters each. We both get lost in the music while we work the blotters under our tongue. 12:30 AM. Consciousness begins to fade. 12:45. Time stops, and we begin to enter a new world. The LSD has hit its own +3. We're both giggling on the couch while we're coming up. 1 AM. We break through to plateau. Beginning and end are happening at the same time. The gaps between thought as it rises and falls are an eternity or another open dimension for the mind to explore. I experienced my birth and my death, and saw the formation of thought itself within my own mind. This is a +4 experience. I have reached a state of nirvana now. Eckhart Tolle once wrote, "The secret to life is to die before you die. Once you've found death before it has found you, you have become immortal. Time is simply another dimension that our lives are projected across." Answers, being the experienced tripper, knows exactly what to do now that we have reached this state of clarity, this thoughtless awareness. We go into my room, and before we close the door, we tell ourselves that by closing it, all time will stop and we will be in this room forever. Every time we leave the room will be a new adventure entirely. Beyond this, there is no accurate timeline until later in the experience. We're not sure on the exact order of these events in reality. In our world, this entire experience was happening without regard to the flow of time whatsoever. While in the separate timeless dimension within my bedroom, we listen to music, explore the depths of our own consciousness, and look at art. We spend time trying to describe our fantasies to one another. My dog has to go outside, so we go outside with him. Colours are very intense and plants are full of life. and I'm connecting with my dog in ways I never imagined possible. The sun is rising, so we decide to take some chairs outside and watch the day come on. My dog is running around, playing while we enjoy the trees. We can hear the life in every single bird chirp, and feel the life in every living thing surrounding us. At some point, once the LSD effect's starting to come off peak, we decided to each take 50 milligrams of MDA. After coming up on this, the experience just turned to pure bliss. The mind was still unlocked, but now also more at peace with what is happening. Once peaking on the MDA, I decided to take a shower. It was the most serene shower I have ever taken. It felt like all the bad was washing away with it. I realise I have died, and I'm able to rebuild myself into the person I desire myself to be. I may come down off the drug, but I'll never come down from the experience it gave me. I decide to invite a good friend over who I know I need here during this divine transformation. He is someone I need around me while I'm rebuilding myself from the ground up. We begin to use glow sticks as a light source, to stimulate the closed eye visuals, which becomes extremely intense. 11:50 AM. We are outside when my friend shows up, still on the plateau. We head inside and talk a bit before heading outside for our last outdoor adventure. 12:15 PM. We head outside again to grab the mail and enjoy nature for one last time. 3:15. We watch Finding Nemo, but I'm not really paying attention. I'm dwelling on what this new way of thinking means to me, and how I know I will never be the same person from this day forward. I have reached an internal peace, and have become immortal within my own realm of thought. I drift off to sleep at some point. 7 PM. We wake up, and I am no longer in that space between thought. My other friend left while we were asleep. I have rejoined the flow of time. I drive answers back to the light rail station, and invite some good friends over so I can share my experience with them. To this day, I have never come down off the trip. I am now able to meditate at any time, and reach that point in time between thoughts. I have undergone the quintessential divine transformation in my own way. I have died before death came to me.